Whole lot of gang shit. Bow, grow, flip. Slip. Hold up. Slip. Blood, baby, this the blood. I don't use my hands, I let the blood touch. With these and match to make you blood. I can mix it in the nigga, hit the drip. I'ma let my hip tuck. Put a quarter in the dick, you gotta clip, y'all. Feet, ooh. And the clip is CEE, ooh. What all do you want from me? ARs and them 223. Fucking around with me, you see I'm hot on 500 degrees. Heard he caught a body, but that does not mean shit to me. Got two on me.
Right, today feels like an egg day. So we are gonna whip up some scrambled egg, grab the pan, 3 eggs, and egg whites as well, just to lower the fat as well, so we'll have a good portion. Right, so this looks just about done. I'm not gonna lie, it's looking kind of pasty, but I think that's the amount of egg whites that we use. I've probably used slightly too much, and that should keep us going. Yes, people, how are we doing? Welcome back to the channel. We have made a fast start to the day. We've woken up, we've made some breakfast, some scrambled egg, nothing crazy. We're making sure we are staying as hydrated as possible because the weather today's hotter, plus also it's easy to remind yourself to stay hydrated when you're sweating loads, but when you're working hard and you're sweating anyway, the weather doesn't have to be great for you to stay hydrated. Anyway, people, we have actually got like a mad day today, and any of you ballers out there, anyone trying to improve themselves as athletes, I 1000 recommend watching this full video. I'm trying to mix my weeks up, I'm trying to plan, I'm trying to improve, and today we have got a power day. So firstly, we're going to be working with sprint trainer, someone that works with sprinters and works on those fine details to improve speed and power and acceleration, which of course is important in so many different sports, especially football. We'll then be doing a football session and then moving into the gym at the Tibbs Fitness HQ and doing a power orientated session as well. Now, if you are new around here, this channel is all about documenting my journey as a footballer, previously being at Norwich City Academy growing up, suffering my first ACL ligament injury there, but also being able to sign my first pro contract. Unfortunately, I was released and then I suffered my second ACL ligament injury on the other knee, and this is my journey. This is just like me working my absolute socks off every day, and to be honest, I've really got no expectations but on myself to work hard. So we'll see what happens. I need to go and pick up something from the Amazon pickup lockers. It's like 5 minutes walk to like cover my blisters. I ordered that like yesterday. Once we got that, we're gonna get in the car, head down to the pitch and get today started. So thank you for being here. Yeet it and let's beat it. Right, so people, jumping into our sprinting session with an actual sprint coach. Now, I without a doubt recommend watching this full video because so many footballers out there overlook how important it is to be an athlete. And yes, it's important to be improving all your technical aspects every day, but I guarantee for a lot of you young ballers out there, what you need to do to get to the next level and continue to progress as a footballer is to build yourself as an athlete. Now, in today's session with Nate, and I'll leave his Instagram on the screen now, we were working on a ton of different things. Obviously right now you can see us preparing our bodies for the session, and we are constantly working on good movement patterns and activating the right muscles to be a faster runner. So as you can see, we started off by warming up and then we slowly moved into some more plyometric based movements and then also into some nice movement patterns.
In actual football,
yep,
I feel like I run like proper like
like a duck.
Yeah, like legs open.
I think you probably find that in majority of cases in football when you guys run, it's just because you're thinking about receiving.
Yeah.
and
does it look, when I do runs here, does it look like that?
It doesn't too much, but at the same time, don't be too concerned that the foot slightly rotates outward.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because when I push into the ground, especially in acceleration, and the foot slightly goes out, it means I'm activating my glute because I'm externally rotating the foot.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So whereas a lot of people try and change that, and every single time over the last 11 years I've tried to change it with someone, I've made them slower.
So as the session progressed, we're more warm, we're starting to do more explosive movements. You can see we're using these hurdles here to work on some movement patterns. Obviously you can't tell, but the hurdles are actually quite far apart, so it gives you kind of time in the air to work on all the shapes and everything. Nate would film us from the side and would look over like what we look like from the side angle and work on those small things. When you contact those spongy balls,
that's between 410 and 460 grams, so they might as well just say 500 grams.
Keep you uppies and around the world, Higgsy.
Huh?
keep you happy around the world. Oh god.
I'm in sprint mode. I'm not football right now. I'm in sprint mode. So I know I keep talking, you probably just want to watch, but I want to make sure you get some important information so you can like understand why we do certain things. And I'm not a pro, this is just kind of my own perception of it. So we went into the Slade work. Obviously practicing with resistance is obviously going to build power, but also similar to like the hurdles where you had a lot of time in the air, because your running is going to be slightly slower, gives you kind of more time to think about your technique. So when you have a coach telling you they want you to put your knees higher or something about the way you're running with some resistance, it actually gives you more time to think about that. Obviously the hard thing is then making it natural and putting it into your actual full speed running technique, but obviously resistance works great and it helps build your power as well.
Head up. There we go. That's it. Nice. Well done.
Pain, how did we find that?
Yeah, it's good. Nate put us through the paces, didn't he?
How long have you been working?
I've been working with Nate for a good like 3 years now. Normally see
3
him.
years?
Normally see him pre-seasons, before pre-season, the off-season, do some sessions to get sharp. Do you know what I mean?
And what do you think of Payno's progression? What was he like when you first came? Actually, I'm interested.
He was all right actually. He wasn't too bad.
Slow.
Good player. Yeah.
Slow.
Yeah, but he progressed pretty quickly. Quick learner.
Payno has got techers.
Yes, Higgsy. Obviously, I introduced you to Nate over there, as you can see. How are you finding it?
It's the first time I've actually had someone like pick up on the small things of like my sprint technique. And the things I think like I've been naturally fast for a while, so like no one really touched the technique, so they thought he's fast, so why would you? But my technique ain't actually that good, it's pretty bad, so now we're working on it. Hopefully in like a few months and then years, like we can be fast.
Yeah, 2 sessions in and you're already looking sharper, to be fair. So.
Yes people, we're back in the apartment really quickly. I grabbed a protein shake and I actually had some time to look at some of the clips back from that session. Now a few things I noticed. Firstly, I don't know whether it's trust in my knees. I think it's more muscle memory, because sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't, especially off the start when I'm accelerating. I don't do it enough in my opinion. Obviously my legs are quite powerful, so the more I can lock my leg and fully produce force, especially at the start, the quicker I'm going to be. And I feel like sometimes I don't do that, so that's one thing I'm going to have in my head. Another thing is, obviously you may have noticed that once I get up to speed, my legs move really fast, but I don't feel like I fully push through my hip enough. Now whether that's because my hips aren't mobile enough, they're a bit tight, I'm actually working really hard to improve the mobility, strength and everything of my hip. But if I can fully use all of my legs, so instead of just like kind of getting to like that bit and then stopping, if I can fully push through and extend right through my hip, then obviously I'm hopefully going to be faster and being able to maximize the use of the power in my legs.
Big drive, bang. Yeah, Sigsy, love it. Set, take your time, big drive. Nice, big and powerful. Drive. Yeah, 2, 1, let's go. Snap, drive, drive, drive. Good. Yep.
Right, so people, that is going to be the end of the day. I really hope that anyone that's watched all of this has learned a lot. I'm going to try and put more and more information in so you can learn like what you can do as a football player or an athlete to get stronger, faster, more powerful, because it's definitely 1000% one of the most overlooked parts of being like a good top level footballer. If you haven't already, follow my Instagram, because I'm going through my DMs every single day with voice notes and actually trying to structure like what I tell you guys about what you can do more specific to yourself and where you are as a player, as an athlete, to improve on all these different areas. I know there's still DMs I need to catch up with, and I'm going to get better at that, so follow me up and I'm going to get back to you, especially if it's related to like the power stuff or anything, to be honest. But the next video you're going to watch on this channel is going to be my first actual football match in a very, very long time. Now I know with the football match how it's going to be, it's not going to be anything crazy. We're going to have 2 11s, 2 45s, so I'm going to play 45 minutes. It'll be our first set of minutes, and then after that we'll hopefully start playing more and more competitive games. But nonetheless, drop a like if you're excited, subscribe if you're new. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.